Hello everyone, this is Jordan from tranquil-it, and today a video that will focus on OS deployment, more specifically deploying a Windows 11 machine with secure boot enabled. This might become more complicated in the future, especially with the discontinuation of MDT, which is no longer supported, updated, or even available for download from Microsoft tools. However, that's not the case for our ODS feature integrated into WAPT, which is well maintained. That was a little info bubble and now it's closed. Let's refocus on our video and start by presenting a quick scenario. Let's imagine I had a dev intern who just returned their PC to me and the PC is turned off. I have a new intern joining the organization in the communications department and I need to set up a workstation for them. I was thinking of using my dev intern's workstation and reassigning it to communications. So what I can do first is take this workstation and export it to WADs. Once that's done, I can apply configurations to it. We're going to focus a bit on WinPE. You should know that we're going to add a new feature, a new button at least. And this button is the loader for Microsoft's UEFI brick. Most workstations today have a CA from 2011, but this CA will expire during 2026. It will be a good idea to install the new CA on the workstations, but if that's not the case, you absolutely must not check this option. Because for workstations with the 2023 CA, you do need to check it. By the way, we provide you with a little information message. But if your workstation is older, you definitely should not check this option. And remember to add the certificate to the machine beforehand, before redeploying it. Overall, for workstations that have the 2011 CA, you should make sure to switch to the 2023 one fairly quickly. Otherwise, in my Whipper, nothing new. Just one thing, the keyboard, I can add another technician or administrator to manage the machine. That's it if I want to. My wiper is done, I compile it. It's sent to the server, we wait a little bit. Okay, that's done. Now, we're going to do a configuration. Either there's the online config or there's the offline config. Online, the advantage is that it's very quiet. You hardly have any questions to answer, really. It's pretty nice. On the other hand, it hardcodes your domain as well as a login and the password of a user who has the right to add the workstation. So it's true that in terms of security, since these are frames exchanged with the workstation, it's not ideal. We actually recommend using templates instead. Offline. In the offline template, instead of login, password, and AD domain, you actually have the DJI. So it's a file that you will fill out in the WAPT console. If I select the configuration, I take it offline. As a result, it will ask me for the DJI, so I prepare it. I log in within the WAPT console. And so in this case, the workstation already exists in the AD. So instead, I'm going to suggest a move. And rather than being in development, I switch here, it's in communication, so now I can save. A little tip as well, I can rename the workstation. I call the stages as here. I've got everything right, just a little extra point. You should know that deployment with secure boot using the ODS feature is only possible if you have a hybrid DHCP account. You can find this in the documentation here on the ODS page. And we should have provided you with the hybrid DHCP configuration. So indeed, the hybrid DHCP configuration allows you to use secure boot. However, it is not compatible with Linux deployments. And since we're using full TFTP, you should know that deployment is a bit slower. Those were just a few extra bits of information. After that, you have the different configurations to set it up. I'm going back to my workstation, the deployment. I'm starting it. And so on my machine, I can display the components. We can clearly see that the BIOS is set to UEFI mode, the chip, TPM, UEFI, disk, etc. All of that is good. As an option, we're going to boot not from the disk, but from the network. Okay? And so I can start up my console. As far as I am concerned, the network configuration is now complete. Now we can reboot the machine, but in a straightforward manner. Have it start from the disk. The deployment is finished, it's installing the agent on the PC, and now we'll be able to log in with our user, so the login page. It will take a little time, same as before. Installing. Okay, so we have a working workstation. All that's left is to detach the packages. So we're going to go back to the WAPT console. Here we are, back at the console. On this console, we're going to identify our workstation. So the indication is it's present. It has packages installed, so I'm installing them for it. Monitor the installations. The machine is complete. If I switch over to the trainee's PC, it has the tools needed to work, so it's good. For Monday, there won't be any problem. He has his workstation. That was the end of the video. So what you need to remember is that for deployment with secure boot, you need a hybrid DHCP configuration, which can be found in the documentation. Also keep in mind that on certain workstations, you might have CAs with the 2011 component, which will expire this year. You'll need to remember to add the new certificate, the one created in 2023. Note that TFTP is a bit slower than PXE. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.